Hi, today I'm reviewing the Supergoop Defense Refresh Setting Mist. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So, actually Supergoop had a set recently out. This is the Rebecca Taylor Supergoop. And I think the set came with these guys in it. So I thought it was finally time to review their setting mist. It's something I've played around with and tried often. Probably, I want to say one of the first setting mists with sunscreens I tried. Kula has one. And anyway, so a lot of people like this product and a lot of people have asked me about it. So I thought I would finally review it. Lots of people are looking at sunscreen options with summer on the horizon, finally. So, finally time for me to review it. So, this is a setting sunscreen, which the nice thing about this is you can easily refresh your sunscreen by spritzing it over your makeup, your foundation, without having to mess up your makeup. It's got chemical sunscreens in it. So if you're not a huge chemical sunscreen fan, it's probably not the one for you. But overall, I'm always on the search for a good, easy sunscreen. So this is one that comes up in discussions often. So anyway, on to my criteria. My first one is packaging, and obviously this is the mini size. The full size comes in a larger bottle, but very nice. The spritzer on it does a good job giving you a pretty fine mist, so it won't make it look obvious. And the packaging protects the ingredients from any exposure to light and air, so they've done a nice job with that. My second criteria is alcohol. And unfortunately, this is probably my biggest concern with the product, is that denatured alcohol is the first ingredient, which can definitely dry out skin. And alcohol can cause free radical damage, which is something you're trying to prevent with sunscreen and protecting your skin from environmental stressors and the sun. So going with something that's such a high amount of denatured alcohol is not the best way to go. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of the sunscreen setting mists have a lot of it in there. So that's why I haven't found one that I like yet. So Kula one has kind of some similar issues. So anyway, so that is a huge issue. Fragrance is also a big issue with this one. It contains peppermint oil, spearmint oil, rosemary oil, all which can be sensitizing to skin. And especially peppermint and spearmint can cause a lot of hyperpigmentation. There's a time before I was really into skincare, when I would use damp cloths with peppermint oil on it to cool myself off in the summer. And I ended up with the worst hyperpigmentation on my forehead you've ever seen. And it took years to get that to go away. So I'm certainly not going to be exposing my skin to any more of that, because it's taken me so much work and diligence to get rid of it. So, yeah. So that's unfortunately that they've included that, and it doesn't have a very long ingredient list, but the scent of the peppermint is slightly noticeable, along with kind of the chemical sunscreen scent to it. So those are kind of two big issues right there, right off the bat. In terms of the manufacturing location, this is made in the U.S. It's on their website, but not anywhere on any of their packaging. So if you guys are listening, definitely put it on there. I think it helps people know where their products are made. So anyway, in terms of my fifth criteria, which is ease of use, very easy to use. A few spritzes over your makeup. Very easy to use. Just be sure to spritz enough so that your entire skin is covered with it. Otherwise, you're not going to get as much of the SPF coverage as you think you are. So just make sure to spritz enough of it to cover your skin. So otherwise, super easy to use. In terms of other antioxidants, there's really isn't any beneficial ingredients in here. So perhaps putting something good in instead of the peppermint or spearmint might have been a better way to go with it. But anyway, a lot of people still really like this one. So in terms of my seventh criteria, which is animal testing, the Supergoop brand is cruelty-free, which is always a good thing. In terms of performance, as long as you apply it liberally, you'll certainly get coverage for sun protection. Although I found that using this for a couple days in a row, my skin ended up feeling drier and drier each time I'd use it. And my skin even felt a little bit itchy, which is probably from some of the oils in there, the fragrant oils. Certainly will help protect your skin from sunburn, but at what cost? I mean, obviously, if this is the only sunscreen you love, and if you don't use this, you're not going to use any sunscreen, then I'm going to tell you to use it because you're still better off using this than no sunscreen. Supergoop has some other better options. They've got their 100% matte mineral sunscreen, which I love. Their unseen sunscreen is pretty good. Their super, what do they call it? Super screen. I'm not a huge fan of the jar packaging, but overall it does give you some good SPF protection. The jar packaging is kind of an issue, but it still gives you SPF protection. And then they've got their eyeshadows. They also have powder. If you're looking for something that's nice that you can add on after your makeup's done, I would recommend one of their powders or a powder foundation that contains sunscreen, and really applying it liberally will help protect your skin much better than the setting spray. So there's just better options from Supergoop than this one. But the setting spray is something that people like because it's easy. But I would recommend a powder instead of that. Perhaps might be just as easy. So in terms of price, obviously this is not the full size. The full size is 3.4 ounces, and it's $28, which is a really good deal, in my opinion, for a more prestige brand of sunscreen. And then the 10th criteria, which is the it factor, obviously, alcohol, fragrance, not a huge fan of it. It's well packaged. I'm still searching for a really good setting spray that contains an SPF, and I haven't really found that one yet. So I definitely recommend going with a setting powder or a powder sunscreen instead of this. That can probably help your skin more than this with the alcohol and fragrant oils in it. So, although their new eyeshadow sunscreen, really liking it. So, anyway, or their unseen sunscreen is also pretty good if you prefer to go that way. So, anyway, overall, I gave this a 5 out of 10. But again, if this is the only sunscreen you like, it's still better than no sunscreen. But lots of alcohol and fragrance, just not the best for sensitive skin. So anyway, so I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this out yet. And if you have, what your thoughts are. Or if you have an HG sunscreen, what is it? Maybe you can help me or one of the subscribers. So definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com, and Teespring is below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you so much, guys.